You ever notice how people can see every red flag and still stay? Like deep down, you know something isn't right, but you keep talking yourself out of what you actually feel. And honestly, I think people do this more than they realize. Sometimes the red flags are obvious from the beginning. Somebody shows inconsistency, poor communication, and disrespect, and people still try to make excuses for it. And I think a lot of times it's because people get attached to potential instead of reality. They'll focus on who someone could be instead of who they actually are. A lot of people stay in unhealthy situations because it feels familiar. And sometimes familiarity, is it familiarity? And sometimes when you're familiar with someone, it feels safer than the unknown, even if it hurts. Your brain will choose what's familiar before it chooses what's healthy. Another reason why people ignore red flags is because of fear. People are scared to let go and start over. So instead of accepting the truth, they stay attached to situations that already showed them the warning signs. And once emotions get involved, people stop seeing clearly. When you really like someone, you start justifying behavior that you normally wouldn't accept. That's why emotions without self-awareness can make people ignore what's right in front of them. And I think the real question people need to ask themselves is, why do I keep ignoring things that I clearly feel? Why do I keep convincing myself something is okay when I can clearly feel it's not? That's actually one of the reasons why I created my reflection journal, because I realized most people don't slow down enough to really sit with their thoughts. People are constantly distracted, constantly consuming, and constantly avoiding themselves. But when you really write things down, patterns become clearer. You start noticing what you've been ignoring emotionally. Sometimes the real red flags were never hidden. We just don't want to accept them. What is something that you've been trying to convince yourself is okay and you know it actually isn't? Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next. Comment down the word mind if you're ready for this journal to drop, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.